Right. Well, to tablet or not to tablet? That is the question. Dan Thompson with Claris Networks is here to answer this morning. Good to see you, Dan.
Thanks. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Is this the whole tablet thing? Is it a fad, or is this going to stay around, you think?
You know, that's a great question, and a lot of the technology people are asking that very question today. And I personally think it's going to stay around for a while. The big question, though, is for consumers, how are you going to use this thing? Are you going to use it primarily for business or just for pleasure and personal use? And what I'm seeing in the market today is most people today are using it for entertainment purposes. A lot of people, this is a question I get all the time, is, hey, I'm thinking about a laptop, but should I maybe get a tablet instead?
Yeah.
And generally my advice to those people is, hey, just go to the store and play with it and see if it'll fit for you. Because, you know, like if primarily all you do is email and surf the web, then you could probably get away with a tablet. But, you know, if you're doing things like video editing and photo editing, and, you know, you like to do your taxes and things like that, you know, it might be more in your interest to do a laptop instead.
All right, so like the e-reader and that kind of thing, they're still good for what they are, I guess.
Right, yeah, and that's another common question is, hey, I looked at the Kindle, but should I just go ahead and step up and get an iPad? Now, the thing to remember about the Kindle is absolutely awesome at what it does, which is ebooks. The way that they do the screen on that is awesome. You can read them in bright sunlight. All the commercials that you see about that information, that's all very true. Compared to the iPad, you try to read them outside, you can get glare on them. However, with the Kindle, an ebook is all it is. So like you can't do a lot of other things with it. But on the other hand, with an iPad, you can read books on it, but then you can also watch movies on it. You can go to Pandora and listen to all your favorite music. I mean, there's just an endless possibility of things that you can do with an iPad, whereas with an e-reader, you're kind of stuck. Some people, that's okay because that's all they're going to ever use it, and they want just the best possible experience they can have with an e-reader, so a Kindle makes more sense.
And there's a lot of buzz around this the new one, right?
The
Motorola?
Zoom, yeah, the Motorola Zoom, yeah, and it's just kind of a different flavor. So you have your iPad crowd, and then you have your Zoom crowd, and it really just kind of depends. It's almost like a Mac PC argument, and they really do very similar functions, and a lot of people, you know, would do well with either one. It's just a matter of which makes more sense to you. The thing to remember is, unless you have some kind of supporting infrastructure, and that's probably a little too deep to get into this morning, but you're really kind of stuck with the apps that are available. And of course, Apple likes to go on that they have millions of apps out there. Android has thousands and thousands of apps as well. So there's a lot of stuff available, but if you kind of cruise through the market and there's something specific that you need that's not there, you're just going to have to do without or use your home PC. So it's one of those things where you really need to take a step back and say, how am I going to use this device, and is it really a good fit, or am I just trying to wedge it in and make it fit?
All right, great information. Boy, it's interesting stuff, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, Dan from Claris Networks, thanks a lot.
You're welcome, yeah.
And stick around, we're coming right back.